the Chaotic Nation, it's your boy Chaos here. Welcome back to the RGBL Season 14. We are in week number 6, and this is our team builder and draft battle versus Alphonsine and the Flamigo Friends. We have faced them in the last season, and we're hoping to secure a W this week as we need to really get somewhere in something going. We're 1-4 this season. So winning out is kind of our best shot at getting into playoffs. We still could make it at a 3-4, a 3-5 record. It's very unlikely, so we want to try to hit at least positive. But we're gonna just play our best. There's really not a lot riding on getting to playoffs. It's highly unlikely from the rate we're at to get in unless we win out. So you know, we're just gonna play our best, do our best we can, and try to make it from there. Right now, I want to talk about a team change. I did get rid of Blaziken. I kind of talked about that last week's video. We did drop Blaziken. We don't need 2 fire types with the arrival of Entei. So we let Blaziken go this season, and we picked up Espeon to kind of round out our team. I feel like Espeon has pretty good synergy with our team as a nice Pokemon that can be useful in offensive pressure as well as some nice defensive capabilities as well. We just needed the Psychic type. We didn't have one. It's really going to be helpful for some of these matches going ahead. But that is really the changes we have made. So if you want to skip ahead, there is a timestamp on the screen. But until then, we're just going to get into the team builder, which you should stay around for because you want to know why I'm bringing what I'm bringing, because we have some stuff this week that we're going to be trying. So hopefully it works out, because I need it to work out or we're in trouble. Starting off our team, we have Charge Bolt, the Vikavolt with Leftovers and Levitate. I'm running Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, Air Slash, and Sticky Web. There have been some situations where I would need Bug Buzz. However, I think Energy Ball is just a better coverage for the team because we can hit some of the opponent's Pokemon pretty well. I'm max HP, max special attack to do some damage. I have a little bit of special defense investment, but I'm here to get Sticky Webs up to shut down the speed of his team. A lot of his team is pretty fast. That would really shut down something like Regidrago, Whimsicott. So it would be good just to get that up, to let some of my other things that are a little bit slower to do some work and to get some kills. Just good utility for his team in general. I think that's pretty much it. I'm modest, that's the other thing. Vikavolt's really here to deal with his main 3, which is Crocodile, Empoleon, and Virizion. It can take on all 3 of those, but it does a little bit of stuff in the back too. Mostly webs is where it's at, so that's going to be the plan for Vikavolt. I didn't mention his team, so Alphonsine is bringing Crocodile, Empoleon, Virizion, Galarian Slowbro, Regidrago, Cerulege, Whimsicott, Rotom-Fan, Cloth, Winklone, or Winklone, whichever way you pronounce it, and Tatsugiri. So that is the team that we are facing this week. And, you know, with Vikavolt, I think we have a pretty good matchup into that team. It's one of the things I saw, and I'm like, yeah, outside of really Crocodile and Cerulege, we're doing pretty well. And even the set that I'm bringing does deal with Crocodile, because I'm expecting Scarf to be kind of the bring this time around. Up next is Fat Gum, our Quagsire. Rocky Helmet this week. I thought Rocky Helmet would be really useful, because a lot of his things are physical attackers, and that would be a nice little chip on those Pokemon as a way for us to kind of get through it unaware, in case he has setup variants of like Empoleon or setup variants of, well, it's not really going to work out for Virizion, but there is an option. Empoleon and Crocodile could set up in our face. Moxie Crocodile is a thing that could be brought. I definitely expect to see Moxie Crocodile, so this is a way to shut that down and to do damage back with Rocky Helmet. I got Earthquake, Liquidation, Recover, and Spikes. Now, typically, you would run Toxic instead of Liquidation. I think Liquidation is nice because it gives us coverage for some of his Pokemon that will be taking Earthquake pretty well, which really isn't anything on this team, but Liquidation is a nice little coverage to, I think, 2-shot the Crocodile and the like. So that's kind of why it's here. Really meant to deal with Crocodile. It beats Regidrago if it's physical, because of the damage. It can take on Cerulege. It beats Prankster Whimsicott as long as it's not offensive Whimsicott. That's all we care about. We can kind of deal with it. Rotom, we're a good counter to. We can beat Cloth. We can beat Winklone. It's a really weird set to bring Quagsire into a team with 2 grass types, 2 really good grass types, nonetheless, and one of them being a Terra Captain. So it's a little dicey, but I feel like getting Spikes up is really good for this team. I said a couple chips on this team, and some of our cleaners in the back really can sweep and do some work. So Quagsire is probably going to be an early sack to let the hyper offense in the back do some work. But if I get a layer of spikes up, we're in business. If I get a layer of sticky webs up, we're kind of in business. So this team can do a lot of work with just a little bit of utility. Recovery Girl is next. I haven't really brought Comfey a lot this season. I know it's my first overall pick, and I'm really regretting that at this point because I just didn't want to face it, but I really should have maybe not got it that early. But I'm running Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, U-Turn, and Knockoff with Triage and Big Root. That's to keep us alive a little bit. Max Speed, Max Special Attack, a little bit of defensive bulk. We don't need a lot of bulk because we're pretty good, especially defensively. And honestly, the offense is what I need this week to do some damage to some of these Pokemon. We have ways to deal with that Crocodile if it gets set up because Triage is priority. We can deal with Regidrago with Draining Kiss because it's priority. That's really why we're here. We have to have a Fairy type to deal with Regidrago, because that thing, Choice Scarf, Dragon's Maw, with its ability, and it can hurt. So we want to make sure that we stop Regidrago. This is my counter to that. Draining Kiss is going to help us off with that. I got U-Turn for utility, so if I need to pivot out, if I expect it to do something and miss, like if I expect it to be Scarf, which I kind of expect it to be if it's coming, I can just pivot out. So obviously it's not going to stay in. I can pivot out, I can knock off, get rid of an item or something like that, and then I have Draining Kiss and Giga Drain to kind of recover ourselves a little bit as well in the back. Really, this thing is here for Regidrago, but it can do some work on Crook as long as it doesn't have Gunk Shot, and maybe Cloth and Tatsugiri if I need it, but really it's the Regidrago counter, and that's why it's here. Up next is Bakugo, our Entei with Choice Scarf this week. I feel like a speedy Entei is really useful for this team. I want to make sure I outspeed his team outside of Choice Scarfers, because Entei can really do some damage. Remember, I talked about spikes and sticky webs. If those are up, Entei pretty much outspeeds the entire team already, but that pretty much guarantees it for us, I think, outside of Choice Scarf, Regidrago, and even then I think we still outspeed with max speed investment in Jolly. But typical moves, Sacred Fire, Reversal, Stone Edge, and Bulldoze. So I said typical moves. We are swapped E-Speed for Reversal. This week, Reversal is going to allow us to pick up some kills on things like Crocodile, Empoleon, Cloth, Oinkologne. Those things that would naturally want to switch into Entei, we have a way to deal with them. So Entei is valuable to keep alive, barring we keep rocks and stuff off the field. So that way Entei can keep getting in and getting in. So it's going to be really playing around, getting Entei in over and over again to kind of sweep this team. And if rocks or something gets up, that's really bad. But we do have access to Reversal late game to kind of clean up the team. Obviously, we're locked, but Reversal can be really good in this team. Fighting is just great into this team because the only real counter to it is the Slowbro and Ceruledge, and Entei naturally deals with those two pretty well with its moveset. Its ability. Really meant to deal with Virizion the most, or Whimsicott. Those are probably the two biggest brings for Entei. As we said, we have the weakness for Quagsire, so really bringing my fire type to pressure those grass types is important, and we might only see Virizion because of Entei, which would be really great. Prankster Whimsicott does have a place on this team, but I don't see it as much now that Entei is here, and that is what we're going to be doing, because Entei just puts a lot of pressure on the team, and if I play it right, Entei can do a lot of work. That's the plan. I think I mentioned max attack, max speed, so jolly nature. So we'll move on to our Terra Captain Sceptile this week with Life Orb and Unburden. So you're like, Life Orb, Unburden. Why are you running Life Orb and Unburden? That's kind of weird. I decided I don't really need Unburden this week. Life Orb damage is better. And you're like, well, why don't you run Overgrowth? Well, there is the case for knockoff on things like Crocodile, so if I can switch into that late game and I need to use that, that's a way for us to outspeed some of their Scarfers, which allows Sceptile to do some work into this team. I'm Terra Ground with Terra Blast, Leaf Storm, Energy Ball, and Focus Blast. I'm running dual offensive grass moves, mostly because that allows me to switch in and out, guarantees some kills on some things that normally would not die, so we are able to click Leaf Storm and get some KOs pretty easily. So I can click buttons with Sceptile and make it work pretty well. I wish I've been debating about running like a White Herb to deal with that, but I think Life Orb, the damage is just too good. Sceptile really needs damage, and that's what it's behind on. 105 is not enough in attack stats, so we're gonna really work on the run there with Leaf Storm and Life Orb. this week. I'm running max special attack, but I am timid with 160 speed. That outspeeds the entire team, barring Scarfers. Then I have 96 in defense, special defense, sorry. That'll help us deal with some of the other threats on the team, so we have some options there. With Subtile to do some work. Rayleigh here for Crocodile allows me to beat Slowbro if I'm Terra'd, because it is poison type, so that will allow me to do some work to the Slowbro as well, and then some random things in the back too if I need that to pick up. And last but not least is our newest Pokemon. Our newest addition is Mr. Nezu, the Espeon with leftovers this week. Magic Bounce. I'm running Psyshock, Shadow Ball, Alluring Voice, and Light Screen. So Magic Bounce is good to shut down hazards. I needed a way to deal with hazards, and that's kind of why I wanted Espeon. Specifically, Magic Bounce gets rid of hazards as long as I can bring it in. So I think this is a good option for the team this week. I can switch it into things like Crocodile predicting Stealth Rock, or Cloth predicting Stealth Rock, or Empoleon predicting Stealth Rock, so I can get some rocks on the field, which might be detrimental to his team. As I said, a little bit of chip is really useful for this team, so getting that up with these moves and these Pokemon. Espeon also preventing rocks on our team to deal with our Entei and our Vikavolt is really great. So that's really the use of Espeon this week, is to kind of deal with those things. It's a good revenge killer for Crocodile, barring it's not Scarfed. It deals with Virizion. It can deal with Slowbro a little bit. It's a revenge killer for Ceruledge, as long as it doesn't have Shadow Sneak, which it probably will. But with Shadow Ball will do a lot of damage to that Ceruledge. It can beat Whimsicott, Rotom, and Tatsugiri as well. Alluring Voice is another option for us to click against Regidrago. I have Light Screen to deal with that Regidrago as well. I can Light Screen and then click Alluring Voice so I can live a hit and do some work there. Also, I could just go to Recovery Girl, but in case some reason the config goes down, we have another answer to the Regidrago, and that was really what I'm scared about, because losing to something that's really fast like that Pokemon, with nothing else to really counter it on my team, I needed that ability to be able to come in and deal some damage. So that's why Espeon is here doing what it does, and hopefully that'll work out for the team. If I'm looking at his team and what I'm expecting, I would expect either Assault Vest or Scarfed Crocodile to do some work onto the team. He doesn't need it particularly to set up rocks, so I'm more leaning towards AV with things like Earthquake, Gunk Shot, Knockoff, and Pick Your Last Move. Then I would expect Empoleon with some rocks if it's more defensive, maybe a setup like a Calm Mind variant to kind of deal with our team. Also, competitive is really going to be annoying. I know I have webs, but honestly, we got to be able to deal with that Empoleon somehow, and that chip is really good, and that speed drop is really good, so I'm going to take the risk and run it that way. Probably more focused on getting spikes up than webs this week, but I do have webs in case I need it, and I can deal with that Empoleon, because I think the speed drop actually makes Vikavolt maybe faster depending on the build, and I could KO, so could be interesting. Slowbro I expect it to be a regen pivot Pokemon. I don't know what it gets, but it's probably just going to switch in and out, try to click Shelled Side Arm. I have seen a variant where this thing does go physical in Belly Drum, which can be a little bit of an issue, but again, we have Quagsire to deal with that kind of variant, so I'm not super worried about that. I did prep for that a little bit, because I know that sweepers are a big way to win lower tier cup. I always say Little Cup. Sweepers are a great way to win those, and so by shutting that down with getting an Aware out, Quagsire could be really useful late game to help deal with that. I'm expecting physical Swords Dance for Virizion. Virizion's a great sweeper for this team, so if he wants to click Swords Dance, and I would expect Terra Rock, I feel like that's a good defensive pivot for the team, as well as it gives it a way to deal with Entei, so that's really what I expect. I think Rock's just a better option here, and it also helps me deal with Vikavolt a little bit better too, so I think Rock is the right call for his Terra type. We'll have to see. Ceruledge could be a weak armor setup set. I would expect that with Bitter Blade. Definitely Shadow Steak to try to pick up KOs on things. And then Reggie, I would expect to be Scarfed, because we're Scarf Regidrago. Again, that move is just ridiculous, and it's required that I bring Comfey this week to deal with that. There are some other utility options on the team, too. We don't know what Oinkologne could do. It could do a lot of things. More defensive set would be my expectation. If it comes, Prankster Whimsicott, as I mentioned, could be a bring. I don't really expect that. It's honestly kind of funny that I'm just kind of picking the top 6 Pokemon he has as what he's going to be bringing, because they're really good into our team and cause a lot of problems for us. I mean, you get a Fire Water Grass core, you get almost a Fairy Dragon Steel core with that too, so it's just going to be a menace to deal with. Hopefully we can play well and get what we need to get done on the field, so that way we can let Entei or like Sceptile or Espeon or Vikavolt be able to sweep. It's just going to be playing around those pivots early on. We're not going to win by a big margin in this game. We just got to get some pivots going. We kind of went all out offense without boosting, so we're going to hope that we can pick up some kills here and there and get enough chip that we can chip everything down to range for one of our offensive Pokemon to deal with it. That's the plan. Hopefully it will go well. You guys will see in the battle. So I hope you have enjoyed the team builder, and I will catch you in team preview. All right, everybody, we're here with the battle. Good luck, have fun. So what we don't see that I'm surprised about is the Reggie, which I'll take. I'm sure you understood I had to prep for that pretty well. The lead, though, is interesting because it depends on what I really feel like is coming out. Like, lead Crook is just good. Lead Vikavolt is okay. So, do I really want to try to get spikes up with the cost of Stealth Rocks? I mean, he has to be thinking I'm going to pivot out to Espeon. Which is the big play here. I'm not sure exactly, because I've been losing the lead match the last couple of weeks. Getting spikes up early is really helpful later on in the game. Do we have a way to deal with Ceruledge pretty well? Not really. Quagsire is really that way to deal with it. Vikavolt looks really good in this game too. Obviously, Comfey is not as important now, but it can do some work. Sceptile looks okay. So we can do some pivoting around. It's just depending on what I feel like is going to be the lead. And what he can do Stealth Rocks on Crook or Stealth Rocks on Empoleon this week. So I'm not sure exactly what that's going to be. I think I want to lead Fat Gum and just run it from there. Ceruledge is fine. Honestly, great lead from me. We're going to take a look. We're not going to just click things. We're going to take a look. Ceruledge. What does Ceruledge want to do? Ceruledge could be a Swords Dance set. It cannot kill me, and I can do a lot to it. So I'm going to Spikes just to see what goes up. Here's the Virizion. We get a layer of Spikes. So Virizion is Terra Flying, which is notable. What comes in and wants to deal with Virizion? I don't know yet, because we don't know what the set is. I think we go into Charge Bolt here. That feels like a good play. Terra Flying could come out. That's the way to deal with Vikavolt, is Terra Flying. Honestly. I could go straight to Recovery Girl, because this is going to be the problem. Right now, Virizion, like if it's Swords Dance, it's doing nothing to Vikavolt. But if it is Terra Flying, then we have a little bit of an issue here. Because at +2 Terra Flying, Terra Blast. Let's just see what that's going to do. I feel like that's a KO. Flying, +2, Terra Blast. Doesn't actually kill. So that's a good way to get Vikavolt in. Let's just do it. Hold on. It didn't let me change it. There's SD. Alright, we're fine. Now, it's the prediction here. Do I click Thunderbolt? Predicting it to be flying. If I don't, it's 25%. If I Air Slash, if I predict it correctly, we are KOing. If I don't, then we're in a bit of a spot of bother. So SD is huge. I expect it to be Terra Blast, and this is boosting for Adamant. I think I'm clicking Thunderbolt. It's a big play right here. This is gonna matter for the long run of the game. I really want to click Thunderbolt. That Crook is a free switch in, but at this point, I think I have to just click Thunderbolt. There is the opportunity for the Para. But I feel like you don't really care that this is a grass type right now, so I feel like it's Thunderbolt's the right play. It's just, that's what I have to do. Good read. Terra Blast should do 73. Para would be awesome. No Para. Alright, so Flying Terra Blast is a lot of damage. We can kind of play around it. I can let Vikavolt go down. That's another option. Comfey on Virizion. Virizion Swords Dance. We are flying. I'm surprised it's not Rock, but that does make sense. At +2. At +2, Terra Blast is not showing up. I am 16.98%. We want to show Terra Blast. Terra Blast is 107. It could have a KO. It's a 43.8% chance on Comfey. But I think nothing else really wants to come in here. Unfortunately, I really want this around for Empoleon, but I think we are okay if it goes down. Oh, we're looking at Ceruledge. That's fine. I don't care about looking at Ceruledge. Virizion will KO here. It will KO Vikavolt as well, but we put this low enough that it doesn't really matter. We can come in with Entei and Pressure, so that is going to be the good part of that. We actually can come in with Espeon here and do some work, but I think Entei wants to show up more. We definitely don't want to go anyone else because Terra Blast, Terra Flying will kill pretty much anything. I might just have to sack here, and that's unfortunate. Let me see what Entei wants to do about Virizion. So we notice the Swords Dance set. It is Flying. It is Terra Flying. It is Terra Blast. Most likely Close Combat and Leaf Blade in the other 2 slots. Terra Blast is gonna do my health bar. We'll do 74%. So I sack. I could also... I think I'm just going to click Air Slash. Let me just check before I click a move. Energy Ball at 17.7%. That Thunderbolt did 72. The Thunderbolt did 95%, so it is guaranteed in this range. Terra Blast did 73.2. Which is max attack. So he's probably Adamant, not even Jolly. That's actually mixed. That would be mixed at that point, but it will KO. So I'm going to click. He doesn't have to be max speed to outspeed me. That's the other thing. So he could be invested in HP. Let's just see that. Energy Ball is still 12 to 14%. If he's max special defense, let's see that. If he's max special defense, even at max a KO, we click Energy Ball for safety. Alright, that's dead Vikavolt. That's fine. We had to let that sack happen. I can go Comfey here for the free KO and not bring out Entei right away. Or I can just go into straight up Entei, and it could be Entei. So Flash Fire could be the option too for the Ceruledge. So that is what I want to avoid. You're Terra Flying now, so you do have an option to switch out. I'm gonna go. Let's see, what does Entei do? Entei on Ceruledge. Ceruledge, Swords Dance setup. Bulldoze is half Sacred Fire. If it's weak armor, that's fine. We're just gonna go Entei. I'm gonna click Bulldoze to guarantee that we're gonna get a K. Oh, no. I can't click Bulldoze. I have to click Sacred Fire. So this is a free switch into the Ceruledge, but I'm not super worried about that because we have Quag. I didn't think about it being Terra Flying, and that was really bad. Vikavolt going down that early is bad. We did do one of the things we needed to, which is neuter this Virizion. So I'm fine with that. Sacred Fire picks up the KO. Good job, Bakugo. All right, so 5 and 5. Everything's pretty neutral right now. My assumption would be this is the... If he assumes I'm Scarfed or Banded, which he has to see that I'm Scarfed, unless he's not max speed, this should be into Ceruledge, unless Ceruledge is weak armor, which it very well could be. And if that's the case, it's just Quack the Quag. All right, good start. I like the chip. That spike, 1 layer of spike, phenomenal. Phenomenal chip. I don't know what that gives us. Maybe a kill on Crocodile? No, not even close to a kill on Crocodile. Empoleon, a shot on Empoleon right now? No, not at full. Ceruledge. Potential, it gives us the KO on Ceruledge. But we have to switch out. It is a layer of spike on the field. It's a 68.8% with Stone Edge. There's Ceruledge. He sees what I am. I want to run a little bit of a calc here. Like a little bit of a calc, which is really just clicking Ceruledge. It's definitely Flash Fire. I think you get Trailblaze, which is unfortunate. You get Solar Blade. So we go straight to Fat Gum. I think that's my switch. Because on the Ceruledge, Poltergeist is doing the most amount of damage. So we have to go out to Fat Gum here. There's the SD. I'm unaware, so I don't really care. I can click Earthquake. But this is probably a fan coming in now. Or Empoleon. I have a free liquidation for most of your health bar. But at +2, do you KO me? It doesn't matter. So I liquidation. There's Solar Blade. He's gonna power Herb Solar Blade. That's a tech. That's a good play. That's a good play. So we are now faster with Entei, which has to be my play. Or I go into Espeon and Revenge Kill. Ceruledge. So the issue, does he have the move slot? I can't kill it from this range. I have to go Entei. That was a good play. Everything I got access to things. So he can't have Poltergeist and Shadow Sneak anymore because he has to have SD Bitter Blade. He has to have SD, probably Fire Stab, Ghost Stab. Bulldoze is 59%, so I have to go in and click Stone Edge. So don't miss a Stone Edge. That's all I ask for. Please? I don't need hacks on my... I think that's a KO. Yep. That's GG. That's GG. Rip. At 72%. Can I pull that back? Shadow Ball is 70 max. Alright, Sceptile, what do you got? Ceruledge. This is the play. Ceruledge. So if I Terra Ground, I am 100% KOing. I have to go Sceptile, Terra Ground right now. Terra Blast. That's, dude, my luck this season has been the absolute worst. Dude, through 2 Bullet Seeds, missing Stone Edge, missing Focus Blast. Dude, I can't catch a break. It's not that I've been playing bad. It's honestly just those things. We're going to try our best to pull this back, but Entei was really the cleaner I needed to deal with these things. Sceptile has a good matchup still, but I really need to let Comfey go down. Or let Comfey do something, because that Empoleon is a problem still. 1 layer of spikes is not great. I should have Red Solar Blade. That's a good tech on your part, White Herb Solar Blade. So we know your item list now. That's what we know. It is Rotom Fan. He does have to see us to see that really easily. We are just going to switch. I think we just have to switch. Comfey's matchup versus Rotom Fan. It's an okay matchup. Everything has an okay matchup on Rotom Fan besides Espeon, and I'd rather send in Recovery Girl to do some work here. This could straight up be Defog. Probably straight up is Defog. But missing the Stone Edge was the killer of this game. I think that's it, though. Rotom Fan. Blank set. I don't have a set for it. We're going to go Recovery Girl and do our best. I'm not Calm Minds. Air Slash is 47. We're going to use Knockoff. Draining Kiss does get me... I need to click Draining Kiss, though. This is an easy switch into the Slowbro. I think I have to make plays, so I'm gonna click Knockoff. I don't have an option not to make plays here. I have to make plays. So there we go. That gets rid of your Black Sludge, so no healing. But this is a poison move and a half. So I should U-turn here. in case he pivots. I'm not playing bad. It's just that Stone Edge was necessary. What did I miss it on? On the Sarah Ledge. I kill the Sarah Ledge if I hit that. But unreliable rock moves are unreliable. I hate having to focus on using those low percentage moves because that was a KO on Sarah Ledge, and I'm sitting pretty for the rest of the game. Honestly, that's a big threat that would have been gone. Sceptile can do the work on everything but the Slowbro and the Rotom right now. So I just need to chip them down enough. Unfortunately, Slowbro definitely has Regenerator. It's defensive. We already saw that. U-turn. We're going to go straight to Nezu in case you want to try Toxic or something. Psyshock is nothing. Alright, so the switch in here is Crocodile, likely. I can Light Screen to try to protect, but it's Crocodile, most likely. I don't see that I'm concerned that it will not be Crocodile. Where's my Espeon? Espeon on Crocodile. Crocodile. Choice Scarf. I do 83%. I can do a lot. Slowbro. Defensive Slowbro. This is not the right Slowbro. Slowbro. Galar. Defensive. Alluring Voice is 17%. You really can't touch me, so I'm just going to use Alluring Voice. Predict not Empoleon, but that's fine. Empoleon is defensive with leftovers. We do 20.6%. This is probably set up Empoleon. We're gonna click into Recovery Girl. I think I have to. We see Surf, so that is defensive. Definitely. Unfortunately, I have to sack something there to get some momentum going. Sceptile versus Empoleon. The defensive set. Surf killed from the percentage I was at, which did 52.7. Let me just check that on the Comfey. Empoleon, defensive, 32.7, 52.7. It is specially invested. $52.7. And probably some max special. It's probably max, not invested in defense, the special defense. So what is Sceptile doing to a max offensive set here? I'm already procced into Terra Ground. Terra Ground is 84%, which isn't a KO. Nothing is a KO, and he kills me. Okay. Espeon doesn't do crap. Leaf Storm is 65%. Terra Blast would get 84%, so it would be rolling a crit, which I can't really bank on, and I'm low health at that point with Life Orb, so we're gonna Light Screen. Try to do something. 28%. We have to do work here. Espeon. Psyshock is 22. I can sit here for 4 turns on this. I can try to lower special defense, but if it's competitive, I get it to +2, and that's really not good for me. I'm assuming it's not defensive. It has to be max attack. That was another roll, 28.4 with Light Screen up. Yeah, it's max special attack. Definitely. That's definitely the roll we're running here. Shadow Ball is 25.2%, which is a 5-co with leftover recovery. Sitting at minus, it'd be 4-co, potentially. So we click Shadow Ball, like we have to, and just kind of pray against the defense drops. Unfortunately, this is how we do it. There we go. That's competitive. Now we're at +2. Alright. I can tear ground, but you have this in the bag. Like, it's just, there's nothing I can do with that. You're -1, but +2 special. Energy Ball is 71. We can click Energy Ball. They guarantee kills. All right, cool. That's good. We take a KO. Subtitle, can you bring this back is the question. And I think it's possible that Rotom is going to be the Bane. That Rotom is going to be the Bane, and it's sitting pretty at 100 HP. So Rotom Fan, blank set. We're doing half with Leaf Storm. It's a 3-KO, and I am taking so much damage. So even like the best I can do is get this down to a 1-0. I don't think that's the case. We're on our last turn of Light Screen. And honestly, we are perfectly okay if we hit the Stone Edge. It just was unfortunate. Like, that was the... I can't do anything about that. It's 70%. I've missed every single roll that I've ever needed to get in my life. We can Leaf Storm for, like, we have to click Energy Ball. It's just what it is. You're going to trick me to Choice Scarf. I'm locked in Energy Ball now, which is going to be the game. That's a good play. It's a good tech. I'm going to say GG because there's no way I win this. I'm locked in Energy Ball, so now I don't even get to choose what I click. I mean, you go the Sarah Ledge, right? 24, give me this defense drop. Air Slash is a crit. It's Life Orb Air Slash because it had the speed. I need a crit. I don't get it. So I get a 4-0 there, which is unfortunate. That's the game. That's the season. There's no way I come back from that. You know, it's just... That miss was big, and I can't do anything about it. Yeah, so let me look at standings real quick. Let's just talk about the rest of the season. That puts me at a -12 differential. With a 1-5 record, which means the best I can get is 3-5 if I went out for the rest of the weeks. And that would require every team above me to lose, which is impossible. And for me to do a lot of damage. So we're out. That's just how it is. It sucks that it comes down to 3 moves that just didn't make the difference. Because we've had really close matches. It just... Nothing turned in my favor. And honestly, as a draft league coach, that is the most annoying thing ever. Because it looks like I'm a terrible battler at 1-5. But it really is just I got unlucky 3 times. Because we easily could be... We could easily be 4-2 right now. And we are sitting at 1-5. And that is just crazy that... We've lost 3 battles with just a miss of a move or something like that. So, I can't control it. That's it for the season. I'll still be doing the battles. I already have the teams built and stuff and ready. So, we are good to go. There's just no stakes anymore. So, that's where we're at. Thank you guys for supporting me. It's not like we've had a bad season. We just have been having an unlucky season. And I can't change that. You know, there were leagues in the past where I got extremely lucky, and it's just this one, even playing perfectly, I still lose. I can't really do anything about that. So, good luck to my opponent. That gives them a good shot at playoffs, honestly, because that puts them at 4-2. So they're basically in. So good for you. I'm going to do my best to not give up the fight. As I said, I think I had the hardest schedule this season. I'm fighting most of the top teams that are rated in the top, so but the luck is honestly what's been the problem. It's not that I'm playing the best teams in the league, because we easily could have won any of these matches. It's just our luck has not been great, and RNG has not been on my side. So I don't know who I have to pay off to get that to work in my favor, but regardless, GG's, well played by Alfonsini. Best of luck on the rest of your season. I'll be rooting for you, my friend. And if I can get a perspective, I'll put it in the description down below so you guys can check that out. But that's going to be it on the season for making playoffs, but we're not done with the battles yet. We will be still doing our other 2 battles. They're just not, they don't have any stakes at the moment. So I might make some memes. We'll see what happens, but it's going to come down to a miracle if we get playoffs, and everything has to work out just the right way, which I don't think can happen. So because one of the bottom two of the teams that are underneath of us play each other, so one of them has to win, and they'll have a better record than us if we lose out. So we just gotta do what we can, and hopefully we won't get screwed over for the rest of the season. Honestly, I'll take the bad RNG because that means next season hopefully we get good ones, but it's been 2 seasons of bad RNG. I can't do anything about it. Sorry guys. Trying my best. Stay sticking around though. We'll do our best to do some fun stuff in the next couple weeks. So make sure you go down below, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and join the channel if you're interested to help support us. Obviously, I've been playing this season without mocks for the most part, which has caused some issues. So if you're interested in helping out with the teams in the future, let me know. I'll take you over and put you in my my server for helping out with the front office things like mocks and drafting and those kinds of things. But I've been on my own. I've been flying solo this season for the most part, besides I think week 1 and maybe week 2. So it's not been great for us to test some of these things out. And there's a lot of things just didn't go our way. So that's all I got for you. I'm sorry to be a little ungrateful and a little sad, but I'm sure you understand if you've ever played Pokemon that when things like this just don't, when a move that guarantees a kill doesn't go your way, it's a little just really unfortunate because Entei had a lot of potential in this match. You just needed to hit that move, and that was it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, my name's Chaos, your coach of the Detroit Red Wingulls. We'll see you next time. Stay safe out there, and as always, burn it up.